Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
It is Danny Bonaduce, life coach, and you're calling right now, I hope, at 1-800-252-1025, but we will take your emails at KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. That's called 1-800-DIVORCE. Let's talk to Sue in Tacoma, because you know she is a friend of mine. That's how that song goes, isn't it? Hiya, Sue.
Hey, how are you guys today?
We're doing incredibly well. What's going on with you?
Well, my parents passed away 5 years ago.
I'm sorry, I don't know if this is nosy or not. Did your parents pass away at the same time?
My mom passed away 5 weeks before my father. We buried my mother on Mother's Day and my dad on Father's Day.
Oh, man, that's got to be a rough day for you, Sue.
It's terrible.
But kind of romantic that they died so close together, to be honest with you, or at least from my perspective.
They were divorced for 30 years.
Well, that kind of took the wind out of my sails right there, didn't it, Sue? But, okay, so you had to muscle through a Mother's Day and a Father's Day. So what else is happening in your life?
So when they passed away, we went to my father's wife's house, and she'd put everything of my father's in a room, and we could go through and take what we wanted. So my brother and I knew exactly what we wanted, and we took things that were very dear to us. Everything else that was left, my sister took, which I don't really care. That's fine. She lives in Alabama, and she keeps finding things and calling me and say, "Oh, I found these dog tags," and we didn't know these existed, for my dad, my mother, my brother, my sister, and I. But my dad was in high security jobs when he was in the military.
Right.
And she found two sets of these dog tags, and I said I would like one. And so this last week I told her, I'm going to send you a box with $10 in it. Please mail these to me, because it's been about a year that I've been trying to get these from her.
Hey, can I ask you something, Sue?
Yeah.
Is there any chance your sister's a jerk?
My sister is a prescription drug addict and alcoholic.
So is that a yes?
That's a yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I love my sister. Don't get me wrong.
No, I know. We all love our sisters, even if they're jerks. And I'm just thinking your sister might be a jerk.
Yeah, so I told her I'm going to send this to you, and she goes, "Well, I'll only send it to you if you send me the letters from Grandpa from Grandpa to Mom." And so this is the first time I ever went off on my sister. I said, "So you're going to hold the things hostage?"
Yeah, I was going to say that's blackmail, right?
I said, "So I have to go through," because I left my husband right before that too. It was a crazy year.
You're having a tough year, Sue.
So everything was just thrown into boxes and put in storage. I said, "So I have to go through all these boxes to find these letters that aren't really yours, because you're holding these dog tags that we never knew about, which are kind of special to me."
I'd really
like to see them.
The second you said dog tags, I thought, "Oh, I'd want those." Yeah, so of course you want these.
I want those. So I need to know how I can talk to my sister again, because we're not talking right now. And I don't want to apologize for what I said, because I'm tired of apologizing to her.
What did you say? I must have missed something. What did you say that you might apologize for?
Well, I kind of raised my voice at her and said, "I can't believe you're going to hold these damn things hostage."
That's exactly what she's doing. I don't think you owe her an apology for that.
So how do I get back to her to send these to me? How do I convince her I want these? I mean, she lives in Alabama. I can't drive to her house.
No, and I don't think you need to be honest. If you're giving me a fair description of what's happening there, if you don't mind waiting, a drug addict and an alcoholic is going to need her sister in one time or another, and probably not that far in the near future. I think if you just sit on your hands for a moment, if you will, and I know that's going to be difficult because, like I said, she's being a jerk, but you're the together sister. You're the one that has it together, and she's going to come crashing down, I'd say, 3 years at the outside. She's going to need you so bad to bail her out in one way or another. And I'm guessing it's probably more like 3 months. But if you just bide your time on this, she's going to need you. And I said this, I've had a problem with my daughter, Isabella. And I never even said this to her because it turned out she wasn't mad at me at all, but I thought she was. I thought there's one day is going to come where you're going to need your dad. And I'll just wait till that happens. Here's what's happening with you, Sue. So that day is going to come when your sister needs her sober sister who keeps things together, and then she's going to send them to you. So bide your time if you don't mind. And I say, don't get in a fight over your dearly departed parents' stuff. Nothing's going to end well in that. Sit on your hands of this and wait till, and no offense, but a person, rattled by drugs and alcohol is going to need bail money money for gas, whatever it is, she's going to need you very soon, and wait for that moment, Sue. Hey, thank you very much for the phone call. I appreciate it.
If you've got a question for the life coach, now is the time to call 800-252-1025. Any kind of problem you have, believe me, Danny Bonaduce can help you.
Yes, I can.
Lauren in Puyallup, you're the next caller.
Hey, Lauren.
Hi, how are you guys this morning?
We're very good, thank you. What's up with you?
I have a 14-year-old daughter that moved in with me in July, and Mom thinks that we're going to do a six-month thing, but the 14-year-old doesn't want to do that. Just kind of curious on where my grounds are. I already got established in school.
Well, I was going to say this, Lauren, to be honest with you. And I don't know your situation exactly, but I would tell you this. I don't care all that much what a 14-year-old wants. I'm her dad, and I know what's best for the 14-year-old. Lauren, you know this. The 14-year-old never, ever, ever knows what's best. You know what's best for your 14-year-old? Bobby. Bobby's best. Oh, my God. If I could just have Bobby, everything would be fine. The 14-year-old never knows what's best. Her father, Lauren, you know what's best. So on the 6 months thing, whose idea was that?
That was her mother's.
Okay, and is it because somebody's like a handful?
No, because she just didn't want to. She didn't want to have to pay child support. She was on SSI.
Oh, okay. And that the mother was paying child support?
No, I was paying child support, and I wouldn't make her pay child support because she can't afford child support.
Right.
She only lives off of so much a month.
All right. Now, what does the 14-year-old want?
She wants to stay with me full time.
Right. And what does your ex-wife want?
She doesn't know yet.
Well, here, I don't understand. I really don't understand the problem. You give, and this is normally not the answer, but on this one, you give the 14-year-old exactly what she wants, and you wait to see if your ex-wife is going to start fighting. And I'm guessing if you, and by the way, at 14, kids are heard by the court. Your 14-year-old can get up in front of a judge and tell the judge what she wants and what's best for her and what's best for her situation. So, she's 9/10 of the law because you possess her. Possession is 9/10 of the law. She's 14 years old and can tell a judge what she wants. I think you just wait this out and tell your ex-wife, hey, this is the way it's going to be. And if you really don't like it, you're gonna have to do something about it. And that would be probably to hire a lawyer. If you want the 14-year-old and the 14-year-old wants you to have her, your ex-wife doesn't get much on this one. What's the relationship with your ex-wife?
We got a pretty good relationship.
Yeah. Okay. And well, here's the thing. It all leans towards you. So the next thing to happen is going to be because you're a nice guy and you allow that to happen. If you want this, the 14-year-old, your daughter, I keep calling her the 14-year-old. If you want your daughter to go back to your ex-wife, you can make that happen. But right now the ball is in your court, Lauren, and you can make anything happen and be the good guy all at the same time. And that's not always the case. Sometimes to get what you want, you have to be the bad guy and you have to suffer through that. Right now the ball is in your court. Your daughter loves you. Your ex-wife isn't even screaming at you. I would say follow your lead on this one and let the 14-year-old stay with you. Thanks, Lauren. I appreciate the phone call.
Danny Bonaduce, life coach. He's a life coach because he has been through it all and he can help you figure it out. If you make the call to 800-252-1025, you can also email lifecoach@KZOK.com.
I was kind of through that one time. My son Dante was up here and staying with me, and I actually thought, if he stays with me, and this would not be any of the choice I was making, but if he wants to stay with me, I'm not sending child support to his mom anymore. That's crazy. He's here, but he went back home. But that's the thing, man. Divorces are tricky, and not just for the day you get them. For years to come, the divorces are tricky.
We've got an email here from Randall in Federal Way who writes, I had my dog when I met my wife. Now we've been married for 5 years, and the only issue between us is the dog. I find him cute. She finds him annoying. To her, he's dirty, hyper, and obnoxious, while I think he's scruffy, energetic, and friendly. Sparky is the only thing we argue about. We have no kids, so Sparky is it for me. How do we work through this? The idea of giving him up is heartbreaking to me, but I'd be willing to do anything to keep my wife.
Oh, you know what? I don't think you're going to have to do anything. You had him. He was 5 when you had him. Here's the thing. He's going to die. Sorry, but you can actually wait this out. Dogs don't live forever. If you want him till the rest of his days, I think you can have that. I think you can fight with your wife about that. You had the dog coming in. Everything was, your colors were bare. Everybody knew what was happening, and you had a dog. I think if you speak reasonably to your wife on this, you'll win out. Because you know what? When push comes to shove, she loves that dog too. She can say what she wants all day long. He's disgusting. He's dirty. He's hyperactive. Yeah, that's true. It also describes my kids, and we don't get rid of them. No, I think hang on to that one, and you will win that fight fairly easily.
I've got an email here from Steve in Gig Harbor. He wrote to the life coach, I'm very charming with women.
Yeah, you are, buddy.
As long as I'm not attracted to that woman. If I'm attracted to her and actually want to date her, I clam up. I become very shy. If they're married or dating or not my type, I'm awesome. I'm single. I'm a ladies' man.
I'm humble.
But if I actually want to date these women, I turn to mush. What are your suggestions for being a great outgoing guy around the women I actually want to date?
I will tell you what I believe on this one. And, because it sounds like you're in high school. I'm all about the girls until I get a girl, and then I still, what are you in the 8th grade on this? No, this happens to people. Here's what I would suggest, that if you're, think of the guy you are, and you've got a pretty good handle on the guy you are, and do your best impression of that guy when you meet the girls. So you know what he sounds like? If the good guy says hello to a girl, hi, what are you doing there? Nice to meet you. And the bad dude says, sup, girl. If that's the guy you're more comfortable with, you're going to have to say sup, girl. But do an impression of the guy that you think is good with the girls. And I think you'll be shocked. I think a lot of guys find a cute guy charming. He's a little bashful and stuff. I think girls are going to like that. I don't know if you're right about how popular you are with the chicks. And I don't mean to bang on you, but I don't know how right you are that you're all about it and you're just super charming, because on your emails you come across kind of boastful. But I would say, and really do that. Practice in the mirror. I swear to God, practice in the mirror and do an impression of this cat that you want to come out when you meet a new girl that you actually like, and do your best. I'm going to do this impersonation of this guy until the real guy comes out. And I don't think that's an impossible thing to do. Do an impression of the cool you. That's all the time we have right now for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. I appreciate the phone calls. I appreciate the emails. Hey, Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.